All right. I guess I'll wait a little bit for people to show up. Let me just let some people know. Go. Just this up a bit. All right, let me just get everything set up a bit. Just check my Discord. Now I just need to wait for the people to join. So I'm just going to give it a couple minutes. Okay, that's just my Discord going off. I have a couple cryptid groups on here. What I really need though is a loading screen. What I really need is a loading screen. Ooh. Hey, welcome guys to my stream. So this is Cryptocast. So I'm just gonna wait to see if we can get a few more people to join before we officially start the stream. But what Cryptocast is, it is where I talk about cryptids. I take in your guys' calls. We can discuss cryptids. We can discuss the paranormal. We can discuss like anything that is cryptid related. Just because, well, for the people who don't know, I run a Tumblr account, Cryptids of the World, and I kind of wanted to do something for my Tumblr fans and Tumblr friends and everything, so we can all kind of get together and talk about cryptids. So once we get a few more people joined on the stream, I'm going to open up the lines and we're gonna talk about some cryptids. And ooh, I almost fell. I'm actually sitting on a stool right now, not an actual chair. Like literally, I'm sitting on this little bar stool. But I'm just hoping we can get some more people. So I'm probably going to start here once. I'll give it at 6 minutes, so I will start in officially 1 minute. and then I'm going to be taking calls, and we can talk about cryptids. So, yeah. This is actually kind of something that I've been wanting to do for a little while, so I hope you guys enjoy this. So I'm just going to give it. So we got 30 more seconds, and then I'll officially start. And my Discord is going crazy. I'm in like too many Discord groups. I think we kind of all understand how that feels from time to time. Just group chats in general. All right. So it has been 6 minutes. I'm going to start right now. So, hi everyone. Welcome to Cryptocast, your source for all things creepy, spooky, paranormal, and unknown. I'm your host, Parker. And today, I really don't have a set plan for today. So, since it's my first stream, so what I'm going to do is the lines are open now, so feel free to call in, ask me your questions about cryptids. So since I don't have a set schedule today, I'm going to have you guys call in, tell me what your name is, where you're from, what your favorite cryptid is, and if you guys have any questions or any stories you would like to share, I would love to hear them. So I have these Sharpies with me. So I have these two maps behind me as well. And I'm going to put a little red dot right here in Missouri because that is where I'm from. And then I'm hoping once more people start checking out this stream, I'm going to have dots all over the place. And I even have a little world map. I have my map of the U.S., my map of the world. So hopefully I can fill this up with dots so I know where everybody's calling from. And I think that would be pretty dang cool. So I'm kind of going to start things off here. So, like I said, my name is Parker. I'm your host. I'm from Missouri. And also, thank you, person, for tuning in, for who just tuned in. And my favorite cryptid is the Fresno night crawlers. If you don't know what those are, the Fresno night crawlers are like these weird little skinny, like white aliens. They don't have arms, but they have huge legs and they look really fuzzy. And they just walk like really, really slowly. And they don't have a mouth or a nose or anything. They just have two black eyes, and they're pretty tall. They're like a decent size. They're probably like at least up to here on me, and I'm 6 foot tall. But then again, I'm sitting down. So why am I so spooky? That is a good question. I'm always spooky. I like the paranormal. I like cryptids. I like anything unknown and terrifying like that. So, but let me see. But yeah, but if you guys would like to, you can call my number, and I will tell you, and you can tell me what your name is, where you're from, and what your favorite cryptid is, and if you have any questions for me. And if you don't feel like calling in, I understand that. Like my first live stream that I watched, and they had live calls, I didn't want to call into. Yeah, believe it or not, the spooky was spooked. The spooky was spooked. So I understand how it is. So if you don't want to call in, I'll be interacting with the live chat during the middle of during the stream. So that'll be kind of fun. And World Desire, you're the devil, so it's normal. That would cost you way too much money. I mean, yeah, I don't have a lot of money myself. But hey, thank you, third person, for tuning in. So, and fourth person too. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, for the people who just tuned in, I am going to be accepting calls throughout the night. I don't have a set theme. So, what I am going to do is you can call me, tell me where you're from, what your favorite cryptid is, and if you have any questions for me that you would like answered, I will answer them for you. And we hopefully can discuss some spooks. And yes, I did make this the other day, my Bigfoot necklace with the little leaves on it. Hey, what's it like in the UK? What kind of cryptids do you have where you are? And World Desire, I know you're my kick group. And let me see, if I remember correctly, World Desire, you are from Scotland, right? Scotland? And Amelia Wall, what part of the UK are you from? And you're from Scotland, so I'm going to put a little mark on Scotland if I can find it on here. There's Ireland. I'll have to find Scotland later. Hey, we can talk about ghosts here too. I like ghosts a lot. Ghosts are actually really great. So, Amelia and World Desire, and I want to assume the other person watching is Natsu, if I'm not mistaken. So, what are your favorite cryptids? Oh, hey, Rose T Ghost. Yeah, I know who you are. And how you doing tonight? And so, ooh, you have been to an abandoned mental asylum before, World Desire. Now that is pretty cool. So, what is that like? And you're from near London. Let me see if I can find London. Well, okay. That is actually my fault for putting this map out super small. So I will have to fix that. I will remember London and Scotland, and I will put you guys on my map from where you guys are from. And yeah, I would love to hear about the asylum too. And Natsu, where are you from, Natsu? And pay no attention to the empty fish tank. Kissimmee, Florida. All right, we got a Florida. I'm going to put you right here on the map. Hold on just 1 second. Sorry about that, but oh crap, I almost fell on my globe. Oh, I lost people. No problemo, but yes, did you that would terrify me, World Desire? Did you see anything instead of hear anything? Your internet is poop. It's okay. My computer is a slow is really slow too. But yeah, I'm curious though, did you see anything? Because I've seen a lot of those ghost exploration shows. Like my favorite is Ghost Adventures on Travel Channel. I don't know if it moved channels or not. I think I might have heard it moved, but I think it's still on Travel Channel. I can't be too sure. But Amelia Wall, have you had any paranormal experiences, since you said the UK is full of ghosts, because I would absolutely love to hear them. Then laughing came after we saw like a shadow, then laughing came after we saw it and we ran. It was horrible, but it was a great experience. That's how they usually go. Now, there is an abandoned town. Not It's not abandoned anymore. I don't know why I said abandoned. I wish it was abandoned. That would make it more cool. But I mean, there's a lot of cool shops there, so that would kind of be a downside if it was abandoned. But there is this town by my house. It's our main street from the town that I live in, and they do ghost tours because this town's been around since like 17, like late 1700s, early 1800s. I'm not exactly sure, but there's this guy that does ghost tours there. Now, I didn't go on a ghost tour with him yet. I really would like to, but in but I went on a little mini ghost tour with my friends. Like we did our own little ghost adventure thing and everything. And it was around like 8 o'clock at night, I'd say. And I took a picture. I'll share this in the Discord group later if I remember. I think I did already. I don't know if you were around for that or not, Rose T. So I will send it again if you haven't seen it. But there was, but I took a picture and I zoomed it on the window, and in the window you can clearly see a woman's face, like looking out the top of the window, which was the attic, and this was a restaurant. This was an old house converted into a restaurant. And not to the link to that is in the description down below. In the Yeah, it is my cryptid paranormal group. And I just lost everyone. But I'm gonna keep explaining my story. But what happened? So I took it in, and there's like a lady. You can clearly see her peeking out of the window, and it's actually really terrifying. And you keep losing signal. That's all right, World Desire. I understand. That happens to me a lot. And then my friend, he took a picture, right? And what happened was when I zoned out for a minute. I'm sorry. But my friend took a picture, and there's like this haunted, like this old abandoned church that's on the main street. It's not active anymore. I mean, it's open for tours and everything. It's just like a little log cabin church. It's not like the original, but it's built kind of like where the original one was. And there's benches out there and everything. People call it the abandoned graveyard because, or the haunted graveyard, or old graveyard, or something along those lines. And what happened? My friend took a picture of one of the benches, and there is and on the bench you can clearly see a figure, like kind of like glowing light figure sitting on the bench that is humanoid shaped. And I actually sent both of those photos into the tour guide, and he loved the one my friend took of the light light figure. And that is like his best picture that he has now on his website. And you believe your apartment is haunted. What happens in your apartment? Do you know like the history about your apartment? Was it like anything before that, or did anybody live there before you, or is it the whole complex that is haunted? Because if it's a whole complex, whew, that's scary. Sorry about that. My one friend texted me, just want to know if I want to watch a scary movie. I just told him I'm live, so after I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna watch a horror movie. But so you think someone's watching over me, like a guardian spirit or a guardian angel, or oh, okay, like a family member. Okay, Okay, yeah, I get that. I definitely get that. Now, I'm kind of thinking there have been reports of animals coming back as spirits, and I want to know what is your opinion on that? Like, when animals, do you think animals can come back as spirits, or do you think animals even have souls, or what is your opinion on that? I want to know what you guys think of that because I have this old National Geographic magazine from when I was a kid. It was Nat Geo Kids. A ghost cat. Okay. Yeah, because that actually reminds me. There's this article that in the Nat Geo Kids magazine that I have. I still have it. If I remember, I will save it for the next live stream. And what happens in that? What happened in that magazine? There are pictures like saying that there are ghost animals that haunt certain locations. There's like a ghost cat that lives like in this one castle. There's even a ghost bear seen in a court of a place. It was like a circus performing bear, and I think that is really cool. And ghost dogs, ghost horses. Now, this one's actually kind of a really creepy story. There have been reports. I don't know if you guys remember, but have you heard of the Pony Express? It's where we didn't have cars back in the day, obviously. They had people they had people with their horses, and the horses would help deliver the mail. And in the path of the Pony Express today, still people still hear the clomping and the clopping, the stomping of the horses' hooves to this day still. So I do feel like that can leave some spiritual energy behind, and I just think that's really cool if they can, because I went to a Catholic school when I was younger, and they said that, and my religion teacher said, "Oh yeah, animals don't have souls. Once they die, and completely crush our spirits." But I never believe that. I believe animals have souls, and I do believe in ghost animals. Now, Doll Island in Mexico. Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that place. I saw the Destination Truth video, like the Destination Truth episode where they went to go visit the island of the dolls. And that actually scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. But I love that place now. It looks so cool. I actually kind of want to go visit, but which is kind of going to be really bad for me if I go visit because I actually am terrified of dolls, believe it or not, because of all the horror stories and things about them. But for everyone else who doesn't know what the Island of the Dolls is, there there's one caretaker. I forgot what his name is, but I kind of have an idea. It was like Don Julian or John Julian. It's something like that, but it's Julian. I know that, but he found a dead girl washed up in this canal, and he buried her, and to appease her spirit, he placed a doll in a tree near her grave as kind of a little tribute memorial to her. And what happened after that? Like things started happening, so he started getting more dolls, placing more dolls around the island, and every time. And people still put dolls on the island to this day when they go visit as respect and everything. And they found Don or John Julian in the same canal that the girl drowned in. Now there are two different things that people believe. One is people think it was like a coincidence. He fell in the canal and drowned. And the second one, people think that the dolls killed him and put him in the canal, which is really creepy. And now people say like if you put a doll on the island, like leave it as an offering, it connects with all the other dolls on the island, and all the dolls are linked together by that one girl's spirit. I cannot pronounce your name. All I can see is BMFR, but thank you for tuning into my stream. So what I'm going to be doing is, like I said, for the new people, just for the new people, I'm going to be taking in live calls, and you guys can tell me, since I don't have a set theme for this episode, you can call in, tell me what your favorite cryptid is, where you're from, and if you have any questions for me at all, I will answer them for you. So feel free to call in, and don't worry if you don't want to call in. I was scared to call into my first live stream too. Umbreon Ranger knows what live stream I'm talking about because I actually recommended it to me. But because Umbreon Ranger and I are friends, and so, but wasn't there a fire set on its own and the dolls started laughing? I think there might have been. I haven't seen that in a while, so I'm going to have to watch that. But Umbreon Ranger, I do know where you're from, so I am going to put a little dot for you on my map. But no, I forgot which guy did it. It was one of Josh Gates. It wasn't Josh Gates officially. It was like one of his crew members. I want to say it was the girl. She poked this was Ghost Adventures too. Ghost Adventures Explorers. It was either Ghost Adventures and Aaron Goodwin poked it, or it was the girl from Destination Truth. They poked it, and right when they poked it, the doll's eyes just opened up, and they were terrified of it. However, haunted dolls are a scary thing, right? And Ghost Adventures? But what was I going to say? There are infamous haunted dolls. I might do a live stream covering haunted dolls in the future, just in general, just because I can. And Ghost Stories anime, that's a good one. Check out the Ghost Stories anime dub. It is so funny. I laughed my ass off. Not sponsored, by the way, but but they're infamous haunted dolls. Like I said, I might do a live stream just covering haunted dolls because there's so much to talk about them. But the Ghost Adventures team actually brought this doll to the island, a haunted doll to the island of the dolls, and that doll was Harold the doll. And Harold the doll is said to be haunted by demons. And they brought it there, and then all this weird stuff started happening. It was their Halloween episode, and it was absolutely crazy. But I do feel like Ghost Adventures does a good job with their show and everything. And it was just a creepy episode. But my favorite, one of my favorite episodes that Ghost Adventures did was their Halloween special when they went to, actually it was two places. First off, they went to the real life, or that was Ghost Hunters. It was one of these two. I forgot which. But one of those teams went to the real life Exorcist house that is actually here in my home state of Missouri. So yeah, I have that here. And all this weird stuff started happening. Like, I think they eventually had to leave the house because it got that bad. And then the Ghost Adventures Halloween live stream one year that they did was where they went to Vlad the Impaler, also known as Dracula, his castle. People went there. I mean, yeah, Ghost Adventures team went there, and they explored it, and they got all these weird EVPs and everything, like speaking in Romanian and everything, and it was just insane. Like, I didn't know what to think. But my first exposure to things that really got me into cryptids and the paranormal, move the state. I'm planning on it eventually. There's really nothing here in Missouri. I have to get a new map. But but the two things that really got me into the cryptids and paranormal was Destination Truth on Sci-Fi, which was one of my favorite shows. I loved it. Like, I really remember the episode where they went to look for the Tokolosh, that little African naked thing. Umbreon Ranger knows what I'm talking about. Umbreon Ranger definitely knows what I'm talking about, the Tokolosh. I've never seen the X-Files. I really would want to, though, because it seems good and I like to see that. It's on my watch list. And the other show that got me into cryptids and the paranormal was a Cartoon Network show called The Secret Saturdays. Now, it was about this one kid. His name was Zach Saturday, and he went around with his parents, Drew and Doc Saturday, and he had a pet Komodo dragon, a pterodactyl named Zon. The Komodo's name was Kimono, really original. And they also had a pet Fiskerton Phantom, which is a cryptid you can check out on my Tumblr blog, named Fisk. And they went around, like, helping cryptids and everything, and Zach had this thing called the Power of Kerr, which means he could kind of control and manipulate cryptids. And it was really cool. And yeah, I don't recommend having a Komodo dragon as a pet. Those things have venom in their fangs, and it is insanely dangerous. But, World Desire, like, if you don't mind getting mauled to death, then yeah, it is definitely not a bad way to die. Now, I do have something really quick. I'm going to go grab it. It's right over here. I think so. Yes, it is. I just have... All right, I'm back. So, what I have here, this is one of the things I had when I was a kid. It's from the Secret Saturdays. I've got to turn it on. It helps you tell the cryptids are in the area and stuff. And then you can pop this up, and it comes with these cards. Like, let me get one. Let me get a good one. This here's a Rakshasa. It's an Indian demon, if my camera can focus. And I can stick this right here in the back, and it'll say stuff. Oh, come on. Sometimes it does it if I don't push in all the way. But come on. Okay, I'm going to have to push this thing down just so I can actually kind of... Technical difficulties. Oh, really? Hold on. I got a better plan. I'm going to do it like this. I really did break it. Okay, I'm gonna try a different card, and then I'm going up. Then I'm done with this one. Yeah, this thing's not working right. Yeah, it's maybe now it'll work. Yeah, it's not working right. Let me try one more time, and then I'll get back to talking. Yeah. Definitely not working out right. I'll figure it out later because it is a cool little thing. And yes, it is a really good show. I recommend it. But one of the things is some of the cryptids that they drew really aren't the best, like drawn wise, like how they allegedly actually look. So sometimes I just had to look them up and be like, oh, they drew that one completely wrong and stuff. But it was a good show regardless, and I loved it. There's also a mini game on CartoonNetwork.com that I play for Secret Saturdays. And if you guys are going to bed, thank you so much for tuning in. But yes, BMFR, some of the cryptids are really rather unsettling for the most part. Some of them are, let me see. We have the call me freak. Okay, I'll call you freak. Okay, that works. And one of the things that, let me see. There are really unsettling cryptids in the Secret Saturdays. There is the Amarok, which is a Native American wolf monster, which is actually really creepy. It's like from the Inuit people, so like the Alaskan Native Americans, the Arctic, and yes, I like Amaroks too. Would you say that is your favorite cryptid, freak? Because my favorite cryptid I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, but this was before all the people started coming in. My favorite cryptid is the Fresno Nightcrawlers. Now I'll describe them again one more time for all the people that just tuned in and don't know what they are. But Umbreon Ranger knows what they are because we literally were like on Skype for like a few hours one day, just literally watching the Fresno Nightcrawler videos. So what the Fresno Nightcrawlers are, they live in California, and there is Native American lore behind them, which honestly, in my opinion, gives the Fresno Nightcrawlers like just so much more backing. Like I feel like any cryptid really, if it has Native American backing to it, that I feel like that gives it just a bit more credibility because the Native Americans have been here longer than we have, and they know all these things that we still don't know yet. Now, what the Fresno Nightcrawlers are, they're these tall. They probably come up to here on me, but then again, I'm sitting down, and I'm actually like 6 foot tall, and they're white, covered in fur, and they just consist of giant legs. They don't have arms. They have 2 eyes, no mouth, no nose, and they just sort of walk like. And they're really cool cryptids. I mean, I like them because I think they're cute as heck. But people describe them as aliens because they come from local lore says that they come from like another planet that consists of swampland, and they come here to help people like learn how to preserve the planet and everything. And they have been seen to walk on water and all this really cool stuff. And they're just cute little tall snowballs, and I love them. I think I might have done a Tumblr post about them already. If not, I definitely have to do one because these guys are my favorites, my absolute favorites. I also love the Manananggal. It is a cryptid from the Philippines and I'm sorry about that, I bumped the table that I'm sitting on, but the Manananggal is a cryptid from the Philippines that it's sort of like a vampire, like almost like an Aswang vampire. It can detach its upper half of its body, its torso. It can detach its torso from the lower half of its body and fly around at night. And it is known to fly into the houses of pregnant women. And this is where it gets creepy. It has a proboscis-like tongue, and if you don't know what proboscis is, it is like what a butterfly has to suck pollen. So the Manananggal inserts its proboscis into the belly button of the pregnant woman and sucks out their fetus. But one of the only ways to defeat a Manananggal is it is sort of like a vampire. So garlic works, sunlight, and if you put salt on its, and if you find its lower half and are able to put salt on it, salt is an element of the earth and considered like a binding agent. So it cannot So if you put salt on its lower half, it cannot reconnect its upper half to its lower half, and it'll die when sunlight comes. It'll turn to ash, which is actually good, but I mean, I feel like we need a real life Blade. I recently saw those movies, and the Blade movies, I liked them, but they were horrible. We literally need a Blade to help deal with our vampire problems. I would love that. But now I am curious though, how many of you guys believe in aliens? Because I also really like aliens. All right, good, good. Because here in Missouri, in other words, one of the most boring states here in the states, because there's literally nothing here but like just corn fields and farmers. But that's more of it like in the country. I'm kind of like more in the suburbs. But we have we have had aliens visit Missouri before, back in the 60s, and these things are a little crazy. They're called the Tuscumbia space penguins. They sound weird, but I did a post on these guys on Tumblr before too, so feel free to check them out. But the Tuscumbia space penguins, a farmer was out. This happened on Valentine's Day. A farmer was out in his field, like tending to his crops and everything, right? And a saucer came down and landed by his field, and these short little, like penguin-looking creatures came out, and they were all wearing like green hazmat suits, and they just sort of just stood there, and just stared at him until they eventually got back into their ship and left. And they are really, really weird cryptids. I'm actually going to see if I can just pull up a quick picture on Google and I'll show you guys. Because these things are nuts. All right. Kind of hard to tell a little bit, but I feel like that's the best I can get it. But that is a Tuscumbia space penguin. And I do have some cryptids in the background behind me, so I'm kind of just going to go over these really quickly. I'm just going to kind of hold my computer here. So if I can even balance it, that is. I'm just going to kind of have to hold my leg and I cover the lens. So let me see. Right here at the top, we have the Milton lizard, which is a giant monitor lizard, like a 15-foot monitor lizard found in Kentucky. To my left, or to my right, I don't know, I'm not really that great directions. This is the Kansas City flying demon. It also lives here in Missouri, in Kansas City, Missouri. Down a little bit, we have this. This one actually name I can't remember. I think it's like the Squoink or something. And yes, you do. This is the cactus cat right here. This is on my top 10 list. I love these little things. The cactus cats are adorable, and I love them. Right here is the butterfly people of Joplin. Now, Missouri has their own version of the Mothman. Like, we had a tornado, like Good Friday in 2011, and it killed a lot of people. It was really bad here. So still my heart goes out to all those people. But apparently we had butterfly people that were kind of flying around the city protecting people from the tornado, kind of like that looked like Mothman. And this influenced people so much that they made a butterfly mural on a wall after they rebuilt the city. And then right here we have Sinkhole Sam. He's a giant worm that lives in a lake in Kansas. Right here is the Dewey Lake Monster, who's like a Bigfoot. This is the Beeman Monster. He is a anteater. He has a head of an anteater and like the body of an ape, and he's a very famous Illinois cryptid. And up here we have the Snollygoster, who is a crocodile-like cryptid from Florida. which I think is really cool. Have you seen the one about the family? I need to put her up there. I know you guys have Loch Ness down encrypted, and she is like one of your most popular cryptids. Now, Scotland does have other cryptids too, besides Nessie. You guys also have the Kelpie, which is a horse that can turn into a human. The horse comes out of the sea, and it gets people to touch it or hop on it. And once you touch it or hop on it, its skin becomes adhesive. You can't get away, and it pulls you under the water and drowns you, and then it eats you. Loch Ness is like 10 minutes away from your house. You will actually have to send me pictures of that because I would love to see that. I want to see the statue too. Send me pictures. And there actually was this team that you didn't know the Kelpie was from England. It's more like Scotland and UK. It's more Scotland and Ireland, but yes, it is in the UK. And let me see. In the UK, you guys actually have the Fiskerton Phantom too, and you also have that really unknown one that I still don't truly understand. But you guys also have Spring-Heeled Jack. Amelia Wall, you guys have Spring-Heeled Jack and Fiskerton Phantom. As that's what I know off the top of my head. Oh, Amelia, are you near Cornwall, England, by any chance? Because you guys also have the Owl Man. And the Owl Man is in my top 10 favorite cryptids too. Scotland doesn't suck. You guys have a lot of cool shit. But Cornwall has a Mothman. I mean, the Owl Man. I love the Owl Man. He's one of my top 10 favorites. And let me see. What else do you guys have? I mean, there are different versions of Nessie around the world called like Cressy, Chessie, Bessie, and these live in the Great Lakes here in the States. But Canada, I do want to visit Canada. Canada has a bunch that I want to meet. And Umbreon Ranger, no. Ohio doesn't just have Grassman, Mothman. Remember, we looked at that list. We talked about this, remember? But I have a bucket list of cryptid places that I want to go. So for starters, I want to visit the Cryptid Museum in Maine. That is one of my goals because a lot of famous cryptozoologists like Lauren Coleman go there, and I would love to visit that place because it seems really cool. I want to go to the park where the original Patterson-Gimlin footage was taken of the original Bigfoot sighting down in that state park in Washington. I want to go there. I want to do a little exploring, see if I can find Bigfoot. And then this one is more doable for me right now, so I kind of want to do that like as a little summer fun. There is a Native American painting on the side of a cliff of a cryptid called the Piasaw bird, which is it's this giant like dragon-like bird. It has like the face of a human kind of lion and has horns on its head, huge wings, and Piasaw bird in Native American means devourer of men. And I really would want to see that mural. And you drive your car onto this big boat, and it drives by, and the boat takes you down and takes you back, and you get to see the big mural on the side of the cliff, and it's actually really, really amazing. And I've seen pictures of it, but I actually want to go see it for myself. And then the Missouri State Penitentiary and the Lemp Mansion are two of the most haunted places here in my state. And they are really cool, and I want to see them too, because the penitentiary, oh, I almost fell. I mean, each place actually offers tours, and I really want to see those. So I have a huge bucket list of cryptid, paranormal stuff that I want to do, and I'm excited. I really want to do this stuff, and I'm hoping I can in the near future. Scooby-Doo. Reggie. God, I love Scooby-Doo. Do you guys, let me see. The Scotland. So, all right, so I'm going to repeat the question again. Does Scotland and the UK have a lot of castles? Like a lot of haunted castles? Because literally here in the States, really the main thing we have is haunted prisons, and that's really, really about it, and haunted hospitals and asylums. I've heard of Edinburgh Castle. That is actually really scary. But before I get back to castles, one of the other shows that got me into cryptids when I was younger was there was this really weird Animal Planet show that I loved called Lost Tapes. I don't know if you guys heard of that, because I mean it really wasn't that popular. It only ran for like a couple seasons, and then they kind of canceled it. It was all fake and staged, but I loved it because it gave facts about the cryptids and everything. And let's just say, like, I don't know, the Oklahoma octopus or the Jersey Devil or the Dover Demon or Mothman. And then there's like some people moved into a house and had a vampire living in their walls. It was a weird show, a really weird show, but I loved it. It got me really big into cryptids too. You were the Jersey Devil, World Desire. And then I don't know. I also really liked the little shows too, like the shirt that I'm wearing, like Invader Zim. It had to do with aliens, so of course I loved it. Really, I mean, I'm just a really big enthusiast, and yesterday I kind of got into like, it wasn't an argument really. It was just more of a discussion with one of my friends. They were saying that like I said, oh, I'm just getting my set. I mean, it's not really much of a set, but I'm hoping to get this like more colorful or something. Get stuff here. I don't know. Like I'm thinking about like what I can do with this back here. Like I don't know if I somehow start getting like really popular all of a sudden. I don't know if I will or not, but I don't know. I'm hoping I can maybe just like start getting, you know, like open up like a PO box. You guys can send me like fan mail. You guys can send me drawings and stuff, and I can put them here on the wall in the back. I think that would be pretty cool. But so I got into a discussion with this one person yesterday, in not my Discord server, but another Discord server I'm in, saying that they asked me what I was doing. I said, "Oh, I'm just getting my set up for my live stream tomorrow." And they asked what it was for. And I told them cryptids, and they're like, "Oh no, I don't believe in that stuff. You shouldn't either." I'm like, "Why not?" And I said, "Oh," and they said, "Oh, because they're not real." And I mean, my argument to that, like every time somebody says, "Oh yeah, it's not real," well, I don't know if you guys have heard. I'm just kind of so what I'm going. So I'm just kind of saying, like, when I'm just like, yeah, can't even think off the top of my head. But so when I kind of say like, I'm just kind of like going off the fact, just like for the audience that doesn't know. I know you guys probably know, but like just for like the audience who tuned in and has no idea what I'm saying. So there is the there is the animal in Africa. You guys know the okapi. it's the weird kind of like giraffe zebra thing. So my argument when somebody says that like, oh yeah, it's not real, I usually use the okapi as an example. People used to think that the okapi was a myth. People think people thought because before the okapi was actually discovered as an animal, it was called the African unicorn. And people were like, oh no, that's fake. A giraffe zebra hybrid thing. That's really stupid. Until somebody actually managed to capture one and scientists were able to study it and classify as a new species. So really my argument for whenever somebody says that, oh yeah, it's not real, I might my argument is like it might not be, but it could be because new species are being discovered like all the time. Like I think we recently found like a new monkey in the Amazon. We recently found some new frog species, but new things are being discovered all the time. And I mean, and there's really nothing wrong with believing that animals that are undiscovered or known by or not known by science could be out there. So, I mean, just don't feel bad if somebody says it's not real. Just new things are being discovered all the time. But yeah. So I'm hoping when I don't know if I want to do this a bi-weekly thing or if I want to do this a weekly thing because right now all right, Freak, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure so let me see. Hey Rain, is that Mackie? Hi Mackie. So but thank you so much for coming out, Freak. You were awesome. Thanks for supporting the first stream. So what I want to do, I'm still not sure if I want to do this a weekly thing or a bi-weekly thing. I kind of liking Fridays at 7 o'clock so far, and I do want to make this set a lot more colorful, a lot more stuff here because right now my set is just my basement, hence the empty fish tank, which I'm still trying to get rid of. If you know anyone who wants to buy a fish tank, let me know. But I'm hoping I can make this like a weekly thing or a bi-weekly thing. Um, like I said, I'm liking Fridays at 7 so far. And let me see. Oh, and by the way, World Desire, Umbreon Ranger, I know both of you guys. I can literally just add you guys to a group chat and hook you guys up. So, like I said, I'm still not sure if I want to do this a weekly thing, bi-weekly thing. Like I said, Fridays at 7 are really good. And yeah, I'll do that right after this live stream's over. But I'm kind of going to start wrapping it up a little bit here. So what I want to do for this is I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to the very first Cryptids of the World live stream. You guys can find my social media in the link in the description below. If you guys have any ideas about what I can do to make this stream better for all the viewers, please let me know. Also, I need like a loading screen. Like I need somebody to help me make a loading screen because it is really awkward, honestly, just sitting here like waiting for people to show up on the stream. So I would love a loading screen. That would be awesome. All right, if you can do that, I would love that. But if any of you guys can do that, I would love that. But I mean, I just need a loading screen, like saying like just spooky loading screen, like saying like the stream's starting soon. I don't know how I would set that up on here, but I'll figure out a way, hopefully. And what but my links to my social media are down in the link in the description below. Check out my Tumblr, join my Discord server, and I forgot to post my email in the description, but I will do that. It is cryptidpodcasts@gmail.com. email me with any of your concerns, any questions you have, any tips, constructive criticism on how to make this stream better, and just anything I can do to make this stream better. Because, I mean, for my first stream, it was actually a really good one. If you guys liked it, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on bell notifications so you know when I upload, because I'm still, like I said, I still don't have a set schedule. And what I'm going to try to do for this channel is I'm going to try to actually do like some little videos now and then, just like spooky times and everything. I don't know if I'll actually call them spooky times, but I might do that. But also, guys, but like, I want to say thank you so much for tuning into the first stream. It really means a lot. Please, if you know anybody who likes this, who likes paranormal cryptids and stuff, please just send them a link to my channel. The more support would always be great too, but I am thankful for you guys for coming out today. So I will hopefully have a new theme next week, like a theme that we can talk about, like strictly paranormal, strictly cryptids, strictly a certain type of cryptid, strictly certain part of the world where cryptids live. But oh yeah, get them. I would love to hear their experiences at the asylum too. All right, guys, but thank you so much for tuning out. I mean, tuning out. No, that's not how it goes. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Parker, aka Cryptids of the World on Tumblr, and I will see you all next time. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.